Hello everyone, myself Darshan Birud and my roll number is PH15 and SAP number is 7289220030, Division A. I am going to present my Power BI dashboard report to you, which is titled Comprehensive Analysis of Heart Attack Risk Factors, Insights for Preventive Healthcare Strategies. So let's go. So first we will look to the objective of the report. So we all know by looking at the morbidity and mortality rates, heart attacks are the leading cause of death globally, and early risk prediction can significantly reduce the mortality rates. So by understanding with this data set, which provides us a balanced and diverse set of features to help researchers like us, the data scientist and machine learning practitioner, to explore the method for predicting heart attack risk. So the very first objective is to identify the key risk factor for the heart attack risk. There are the key risk factors such as body mass index, stress level of a particular individual, smoking habits, alcohol consumption, physical activity, chronic condition like diabetes and hypertension. So there are many key factors, but for the sake of report creation, we are particularly focusing on some key risk factors. Then the second is understand the pattern and trend. So we will look the various trends and pattern associated with demographic segments like gender, age, BMI ranges, stress levels to identify the population at a higher risk so that we can get insight that these particular demographics are more prominent to the heart attack or heart risk. Then the third is provide data-driven insight. By understanding this entire data with Power BI, we can visualize the real correlation between the risk factor and the heart attack risk. So the fourth one is recommend preventive measure. By visualizing the data, by understanding the input variables and the output variable of heart attack risk, we can finally recommend some preventive measures according the results we have got. Then the fifth one is promote public awareness. So we already understood that this particular preventing measure we need to have or we need to consider. So by aligning towards that risk preventive measures, we can promote public awareness using different campaigns, using different particular activities of a marketing. So, and the sixth one is support strategic planning by assisting healthcare professionals, policymakers, and organizations in designing the targeted program to the particular measures only so they can improve the heart health outcomes. So, talking about the data is mainly for predicting the heart attack risk with data driven analysis using the Power BI. BI is basically business intelligence tool by the Microsoft Corporation. So this data set, talking about the data set overview, this data set is synthetic data set created to simulate the real world elements that influence the heart attack risk. It has 50 thousands of row and 20 features that capture various demographics, clinical lifestyle, diagnostic characteristic, and so on. So the key highlight involves the distribution is pretty much balanced between the data set. The rich feature set, we have 20 features, means 20 variables, into which 19 are the input variable and the one is the output variable, which is heart attack risk. So the ideal for the learning, as sir mentioned, that you have to have one particular data set by which you can get insight and by which you can get visualization and understand what data tells to us. So it is ideal for the learning. Source, this data set is taken from the Kaggle, which is a web-based platform that provides a community, of data scientists and machine learning practitioners to collaborate, learn and compete. So the dataset was taken from the Kaggle platform. As you can see, the file details here is mentioned clearly. The data set is in a format of a CSV, and while incorporating this data set into Power BI, we need to click on a get data, and from where we need to click on a text or CSV file. By clicking on that file, we can directly access our file to the Power BI. So as earlier mentioned, there are two variables, input and output. Input is all about independent and output is all about the result or a dependent variable. Here in case the output variable is heart attack risk. An input variable I further classified into three major categories: the demographic wise, lifestyle wise, and medical factor. In demographic wise, we have age and gender. In lifestyle wise, we considering the smoking habit, alcohol consumption, and physical activity level. And the third most important, the medical factors, we consider BMI, diabetes, hypertension, cholesterol level, and resting BP and many more. Heart attack, fasting blood sugar, exercise induced angina, and maximum heart rate achieved by the particular individual. We also not restricting ourselves to this only, we also look into the genetic and family history background also. And the second thing is clinical and diagnostic factors, the stress level, the chest pain time, the ECG results uh, uh, having particular individual. So this is the entire details of variables. You can see 0 means non-smoker and 1 means smoker. For easier interpretation, we use the 0 and 1. 0 is simply stating no, some individual is not smoking, and 1 is simply stating yes, he or she is a smoker. Same for the alcohol, same for the diabetes and hypertension also. As you can see the entire data set, we can clearly identify these are the input variables. So the size already we covered 50,000 row, 20 columns, and a target variable is heart attack risk. So let's jump into the data transformation. We cannot directly import our data to the Power BI. Before directly importing, we have to clean our data set. We have to look for the various column profile, column distribution, column quality, by which we can understand the data is valid, data is errorless, data does not have duplicate values, data is empty, having null values within the rows or not. We can identify this characteristic using the column quality, column profile, and column distribution features. So I did pretty much everything for before directly transforming dataset to Power BI dashboard. I pretty much gone through to the column profile and column distribution and identified there is having a null values or duplicate values there or not. By looking at that, I finalized the yes, data is completely workable in condition. We can directly transform to the Power BI. Also some kind of a data formatting, standardizing the data type, the only single format. If it is in date, if it is in text, if it is in numeric, we need to standardize each and every data type to single characteristic only. So again there is a converting categorical data into consistent format. I just quickly give one example. In the age section you can see previously what data I have is like 90, 26 to 49. This does not make any sense for me. For that reason I using the DAX query, I created age group creation by the DAX query by having a formula and using the switch value. So creating the particular group under 20, 20 to 40, 41 to 60 and above 60, by which I got entire new column which is having a segregated category of this which mentioned in a query, so that I can thoroughly gone through which particular age range is dominant in our dataset. The same practice I did for the BMI group also, because for the BMI also I have the same data set like 33 individual data set which I need to convert into the particular group, convert into the categorical data into the consistent format. Same for the cholesterol group creation also. We need to have that group by which we can identify the level. The less than 200 is a normal level. Then less than and equal to 240 is a moderate level, and greater than 240 is a high level. So that we can easily identify the individuals are in falling under which category: the high cholesterol level category, medium cholesterol level category, or moderate cholesterol level category. Then we are directly jumping into the data visualization. For this particular reason, I am shifting my tab to Power BI. So here is the entire data set. You can see the clearly data set is pretty much loaded into our, what we can say, the table view. So basically the four types here we can see: the report view, the table view, the model view, and our DAX query view. So here in the report view, I created the report for the comprehensive analysis of heart attack risk factor, insight for the preventive healthcare strategy. So this dashboard report is having four pages. One is demographic, one is lifestyle, one is diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol, and one is BMI and stress level page. So let's look into this one by one. By looking the dashboard, you can I added one particular banner which shows the number of female and male individuals when you click to the particular slicer. So if I am clicking to the female, you can see the females are 25,086 in numbers. You can see in a pie chart also. The entire data set is pretty much very responsive to when where we are clicking. If we are clicking to male, the entire data set shifted to male only. So the male is in the data set 24,940. So this will give you entire information. Here the you can see the number of people. The data set is having 50,000 number of people, into which the female category counts for 25,000 and a male category counts for the 24,914 in number. So here you can see the age-wise heart attack risk. We can clearly see the age above 60 have higher count of a heart attack, like 20,000 people in above age 60 is having a higher risk in a heart attack. So I also mentioned this particular insight in my data set. The data set indicates that the risk of heart attack significantly increase with age. We all see as we increase in our age, our immunity system, our many body metabolic system, day to day metabolic activities are impacting with various factors. So this will impact our ability to counter attack to heart attack risk. So the data set also stating that the age above 60 is having a higher risk compared to the 20 to 40, 41 to 60, and under 20. As we can see, the under 20 age individuals are having the least amount as count of heart attack risk, followed by 41 to 60, then 20 to 40, and then above 60. When we are seeing what about male gender only. So in a male gender also the risk of heart attack is more in above 60, 10,000 and more than people of 10,000 plus people are more in a risk of a heart attack. Then in under 20 there is a 725 males are having a risk of a heart attack. So this is an insight for if we click on a female, we can get the data for female as well. So if we only have to look towards the high risk only, we are not supposed to look at a low and moderate. So you can easily click on the slicer called heart attack risk. If I click on a high, it will directly give in above 60. There are 4,078 individuals are at a high risk on above 60 age group category. So we can find that only. Also we can further add filter to it. We can also add only, I want only male gender to categorize it accordingly. So you can see in a male gender there is a total population of a high heart attack risk is 5,011. The banner clearly states that. And also if we go through the bar chart, you can see 2056 male individuals are falling in this category. So I am removing the filter. So you can see the BMI data, body mass index data. So minimum BMI data in the data set is 15. The average BMI falls under the 27.52 and maximum goes towards 40. So again, this is created using this particular chart called multi-row card. So you can see if I'm clicking male category, the average BMI is 27, which is very similar to the female also. So you can find the heart rate, average heart rate we find in data set is 94.53. The cholesterol, average cholesterol level is 225. Then resting BP average is 134. So these are the data by which you can identify the entire among the entire 50,000 people what is the average BMI, average heart rate, average cholesterol and average resting blood pressure of individual. If I am seeking to female, then average resting blood pressure is 134.55. Then the second page we can see the lifestyle. We are going to compare lifestyle habit towards the output variable like smoking versus heart attack risk. What is the effect of alcohol if I'm drinking too much alcohol? What is risk of heart attack then? The if I am smoking, if I am a smoker, then what is my average BMI? What is my average values? So if I am clicking a female, the number of smokers in female category is 7,403 and number of alcoholics is more than 10,000. So you can see in a smoking category the green bar is showing a low heart attack risk. So zero is basically the individual who are not smoking and one is basically individuals who are smokers. So you can find that if the particular individual is smoking in a female category, then the chances of heart attack risk higher at 1.5 k thousand of people. So falling under this category. But you can clearly see that there is a no direct like correlation or there might be other factors also which can impact the heart attack risk. So the data set also told that if the particular individual is not smoking, still it has higher chances than one with a smoker. So there is also a particular insight which I got and which pretty much stated as well. So as you can see, the smoking, this shows that even among the non-smoker, a significant number face high heart attack risk, possibly due to other factors like diet, genetic, or a lifestyle. We will further look out into it. So for the alcohol, if we can say for the alcohol, let's look for in a male category. The number of alcoholics are 9,000, more than 9,000, and number of smokers are more than 7,000. So as you can see, the chances of if you are drinking alcohol and getting heart attack risk is higher in the alcohol consuming people. So there is a thing also I
Look
stated
out
in
to the
my
count of
report
heart
also
attack risk by the cholesterol group.
if you have cholesterol. high cholesterol, normal cholesterol, and moderate cholesterol, then what are the chances of getting heart attack with respect to your cholesterol group? So you can see if you have high cholesterol, then there are 40.15% chances you will get heart attack risk. Then if you fall under the category of a normal cholesterol group, like normal cholesterol level, so on that particular case you still having a chance of getting a heart attack risk at a 33%, 33.3% of a chance of yours getting heart attack. And if you are falling under the moderate category with respect to cholesterol level, then there are 26.55% of a chances to getting the heart attack risk by the cholesterol group. So also I mentioned this in my report that the key insight is high cholesterol has the highest presentation in population. Yes, indicating that a significant portion of an individual may be at higher risk or getting a heart attack due to elevated cholesterol level. As we already see, the if our cholesterol level is very high, the the level of low density cholesterol, or we can say the if we are having a higher cholesterol level, then the chances of getting blockage in blood vessels are higher. So that directly resonating and directly aligning to what happens in a hypertension. So the data also scientifically correct that if you have higher cholesterol level, then there is a chances of yours so to have heart attack risk which is on a higher side. So if we can consider the BMI and stress level, this is our last page of Power BI dashboard. So BMI stands for the body mass index. So you can see I classified into four categories: the healthy, obese, overweight, and underweight. So this category will, with respect to the heart attack risk, we can see the high heart attack risk was seen in the obese category. You can clearly see the obese category is having a high heart attack risk. Then the second thing is also the obese category is having a high heart attack risk. We can also found that the stress level, if you have moderate stress level, then you have higher chances of getting heart attack risk. Also if you have a high stress level, also you have a higher chances. But according to dataset, what we found, the moderate stress level uh, contribute to higher risk of a heart attack risk. We can find it in our report also. If you have a kind of a high heart attack risk, the if you are falling under the obese category, then there is a thing which you need to consider in a heart attack risk, that obese category is highest representation, having a 4,000 individual followed by the healthy. So the obese category falls under the highest category, which is in terms of a heart attack risk. So the obesity appears strongest correlated with all the levels of heart attack risk, with the highest count across all the risk levels. The underweight individual is consistently represent the smallest population, regardless of a risk level. So we can see, as I already mentioned, the stress level, the moderate stress level also dominate the category, followed by the low stress level. Uh, uh, we we cannot overlook the high heart attack risk for uh, the category of high stress. So the high stress level are consistent associated with the low count even in the high heart attack risk category. So we found across all the risk level, moderate stress level shows the highest count, which you can clearly which you can clearly saw, sorry, which you can clearly visible in the dashboard, that the stress level, if you have moderate stress level, then your chances of getting heart attack risk is higher compared to the high. So yes, this kind of insight we can get. Then finally the observation we can collect on from the data set is the individual falling the age 60 and above have the highest heart attack risk, then the risk decrease significantly in your younger ages, so at the lowest under the 20 years. So gender wise risk distribution is nearly equal between the male and female. So females have slightly higher risk, 0.34% in the data set. The BMI, average BMI is 27.52, indicates overweight, with some individuals in the obesity category also, with a 40 BMI index. So heart attack is also 94, which we already mentioned earlier. So the conclusion is very simple. High risk in the older population. A targeted health intervention is necessary for the individual above the 60 years. So BMI and heart rate management, community-wide program we have to consider, focusing on the healthy weights and stress level reduction. We all can see the younger population also is having higher stress level. Apart from their studies, there might be some other factors contributing to their stress level, but stress is significantly higher in the younger population also. So we need to consider a program which can reduce the stress level. So the equal gender risk awareness program should address both genders equally. Then the lifestyle smokers have probably higher proportion of a risk, but non-smokers still have largest risk proportion. So the non-alcohol users from the majority, but 15,000 high-risk individuals exist among this group. So the low physical activity, if you are doing less physical activity, do buckle up yourself and start exercising physical activities so that you can reduce your chances of getting heart attack risk. Conclusion is very simple. Increase your physical activity. Do engage in activity like yoga, exercise, running. Reduce your risk through the avoiding smoking and alcohol. So then the third page, diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol. We can. I need to mention here that the diabetes and hypertension in our data set there are more number of people which is not having hypertension and diabetes, or we can say the proportion of not having disease and having disease is somehow undistributed. So we cannot directly generate insight from it and tell that diabetes impact risk to the hyper heart attack or not. We are avoiding that. So for the sake of a cholesterol, we do have a proper data for the cholesterol. So the high cholesterol level are the largest contributor. So if you are having a high cholesterol level, then you need to think on that. You need to consult your doctor. So to shift towards the normal cholesterol level, which is having lesser chances of getting heart attack risk. Cholesterol management programs are need to be implemented and diabetes awareness as well. So BMI and stress level. So obese individuals dominates the risk category. Underweight individuals show the lowest risk. And the stress level, moderate stress level shows the highest count. And the high stress level have also the kind of the thing which you need to consider. So the another thing recommendation what I would love to recommend. So age wise, why we are as our majority of population are shifting towards the 60 plus or elderly. So implement age targeted health programs, particularly focusing on individuals having 60 plus age who are at a highest risk. So promote regular health checkup, especially for the older people, to monitor their heart metrics, their BP levels, their cholesterol level, their BMI level. So general awareness campaign educate them to do the regular physical activity, to do the meditation, to do the yoga, social engagement. For the lifestyle details, walking cessation program. The NRT, we all know that Cipla is coming up with a Nicorette. There are various products which are falling under category of nicotine replacement therapies. So they will help to replace the smoking habit of an individual. So expand the anti-smoking campaign. Alcohol consumption. Alcohol is injurious to your health. educate individuals that if you still uh, drinking alcohol and you not stop drinking alcohol, you are at a higher risk to get heart attack or your heart it is at higher risk. So you can also increase the awareness. Physical activity promotion, all you can say is launch community fitness initiative, Zumba, aerobics, dance classes, make them energized, make them feel physically active so that you can decrease your chances of getting heart attack risk. Holistic life cycle, combine all, don't focus on one factor, combine 19 factors which we considered in our report. So these are all are the campaigns and the page-wise recommendation which I have given in my uh, report in a detailed way. So thank you very much for everyone's kind attention to my presentation and details. I am really happy that I have a chance to share what I created with the data and using the Power BI. Thank you, Harish sir, for providing us a detailed knowledge of Power BI and able to understand what each and every data tells to us. And by understanding the data visualization, by understanding the data, we can help our patient a little more. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.